Everybody, it's Hussein Kabani, your favorite broker. Today, I want to talk to you guys about Irrevocable. What is an irrevocable? What does that mean? Okay, so when you're going to be purchasing a property, what's going to happen is that your agent, hopefully me, is going to be writing up the offer. And we're going to basically put a time in until when this offer is valid until, okay? A lot of times people like 11:59 p.m. I hate 11:59 p.m. I don't want to be up until midnight trying to work this deal unless I absolutely have to, okay? Decent time, 9 p.m., maybe 10 p.m. So that's going to be your irrevocable. So if you're my buyer, we're going to write up an offer. We're going to send it to the seller's agent and we're going to say, hey, this offer is valid until 10 p.m., okay? And guess what? They're going to go through the offer. And now what's going to happen? They're going to basically have two options. Either they're going to, or a couple of options. They're going to basically say, hey, we don't want this offer. We're not working with you. And that's the end of that. Or what's going to happen is they're going to sign it back. So if they're going to sign it back to you, this wouldn't have happened at the beginning of the year, but it might happen now. But if they're going to sign it back to you, they're going to basically cross out that it was irrevocable by the buyer. And they're going to cross out buyer, they're going to put seller there. So now, and they might even change the time, or if we have enough time, they're going to probably leave the same time. Now they're going to send you a counter offer that the seller cannot take back up until a certain time. Now, if you happen to put out an offer, okay, and it's happened, okay, so I'll give you guys a quick example. So I had a buyer and we put out an offer on a property. We're in a multiple offer situation, okay? And I believe our irrevocable was like 10:30 p.m. or 10 p.m. And we basically put out an offer. And there was a handful of offers that actually went in at the same time. And what happened was that agent came back to us and said, hey, like your offer's okay, but do you think you guys can do something like more like along the lines of this? And then I went back to my buyer and I said, hey, not sure if they're trying to, play us or what's going on over here, but we're here and they're saying like, can you come around this number over here? Up to you. So my buyer at the time was like deciding on what they want to do. The other agent keeps asking me for updates. And what ends up happening is that my buyer ultimately comes back and says, yeah, there's been a change in the offer. I don't want this house anymore. I was like, okay, cool. I message back the agent and I say, hey, like not only does my client not want to make any changes to this offer anymore, he doesn't want to move forward with the transaction at all. I advised that to the agent prior to the irrevocable. But guess what happens? It depends on who you're dealing with. So this agent particularly went back and just said, okay, fine. Congratulations, your offer is accepted. I was like, what are you talking about? My offer is accepted. He's like, yeah, well, it was valid until 10 or 10:30 p.m. and we signed it before that time and now it's your house. Obviously, my buyer was not happy about that and it has to be worked through. But that's the lesson over here about the irrevocable. So if you have an irrevocable out there, it's valid until a certain time. And that buyer or seller, whoever the offer is put to, can either accept that offer. And even if you tell them verbally, like, hey, I don't want to go forward, even if I text message them, I don't want to go forward with it, technically it's a legal document. And if they want to sign it, they can sign it. On the flip side, guys, I'm going to tell you something because this is a real story. I don't think it's quite nice or ethical of that agent to accept that offer either. Why would you want to put your seller client in harm's way? Like, why would you want to do that to them when they have a bunch of other offers at the same time? I'm going to say it in the nicest way, which is, I think, a shady way of doing it. But hey, they were within their legal rights based on the contract to do that. But is that the right thing to do? Personally, I don't think so. But hey, everyone plays this game a little bit differently and that's up to them. The point of this is that when you have an irrevocable time, the offer is valid until that time. It's a legally binding that you are expected to execute at that point if your offer gets accepted. If you guys have any questions about irrevocables or if you have a story about an irrevocable, I'd love to hear it. Feel free to share that with me. You can send me a DM, send me an email. Guys, I also need your help over here. I need you to like this. Please share this with your friends and please subscribe. I think we got a lot of valuable information here. Until next time, remember one thing, get Kabani, get sold.
Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold.